Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis,
I'm Chris.
and this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. And just if you didn't know that we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour, and coming up February 4th is the grudge match between Trey and Thomas. All right, coming up February 4th. Make sure you get those tickets. Multiple fights have been announced. I think we're up to 4 fights that have been announced. I think now
Four,
one,
mm,
two, three
three.
announced for this fight for this
Okay.
this one.
That's
So
where I thought we were at so far.
yeah, we're at 5 fights right now. One, two, three, four, five. Yes. Jakai versus Trey Brown Williams. We have Michael Macri versus Amir Styles. We have Malik Green versus Jalen Lazenby. We have Shaq Porter versus Daryl Carter. And we have the main events, Trey Lazenby versus Thomas Wright. What were you about to say?
No. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, so make sure you guys jump out there and make sure you get your tickets. Make sure if you're going to go, make sure you go and book a hotel. Make sure you go ahead and reach out and say, "Hey, I need some tickets. I need to be there in the house to hear them hitting each other because they're going to hit each other." Okay, people, we are just about a month away from this event,
Yes.
so make sure you guys get ready because I can't. You know what? I'm gonna talk to Jesse about this. we should probably have we should probably instigate some stuff and have CTE and, and do an interview with those two gentlemen.
I'm.
Uh
I.
I know, right? I think the audience will like that. I think we should do a show with us, just us and those two gentlemen, and just stoke the fire real quick. Yeah, I think that might work. All right, I'm gonna talk to Jess and see about that. See if he likes that idea. All
Yeah.
right, Chris, you were out last week, man. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How's everything? And Happy New Year, sir.
Happy. I was gonna say, Trav. Happy New Year, big dog.
Yeah, it's 2023, people. I'm going to have to make sure I keep saying 2023 because I know I'm gonna say 2022 and probably for the first month. But yeah,
Yes.
it is 2023. And if you haven't started your resolutions and you haven't fallen off, guess what? Matter if you fell off already, just start up again. All right.
It's okay. Listen, that's the best thing. Just restart it. Like it's all good.
Yeah, stay consistent. And if you fall off, guess what? Nothing's perfect. Just keep working. Just keep working and getting back to it. All right. All right, Chris, how are you doing, man? How are you feeling?
Feeling much better, buddy. I had got whatever the little got down with the sickness, whatever was going around, man. It was not good. We drove down to Florida on Christmas night, so on Christmas, and then man, I got there, and then Monday morning, I woke up and it was like 3:30 in the afternoon.
Mm,
So like I was like, oh wow. But then for me it was real quick turnaround. I was feeling better on Tuesday, but made sure like I was feeling all the way up before I headed out and jumped in, joined in with the camp. But
okay. Well, I'm glad
but
to
yeah,
hear
man,
you back.
yeah, man. Listen, it was rough for a day or so. It was not happy. What about you? Holidays were happy and healthy and all that jazz.
Oh no, everybody got sick. Straight up, everybody got sick. I mean, a lot of people were sick, man. Like yo, like I think
Yeah, I don't mean to
we-
laugh at your pain, but yeah.
yeah, like well, I've been going back and forth for the past month being sick and not sick, which is crazy to me. I finally just got to the realization I'm getting older. My immune system just doesn't handle stuff, I guess, as well as it used to. I don't know, but this weekend I started getting I got a little head cold and got a little cough and everything, and I had to clear it out, man. I was in Tampa this weekend. I was in your old well, not your close to your old neck of the woods this weekend, and I was just kind of hanging out or whatever. But hey, look, I was just like, yeah, a little tired, a little sneezing a little bit, coughing a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually finally went to the doctor on Tuesday. because it was like, okay, why am I getting sick again? So I just went in there and they gave me some meds to battle it out, and then
Right.
is what it is, man. So I've been, it is what it is. It's the new year. Getting older is different, brother. Getting older is different. That's all I can say about that, man.
Fun times.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Thanks.
Man, if I could show you, hey man, I had so much medicine. I had 7 different types of medicine sitting over here, man, trying to clear it out because I already booked, to go to Tampa. So I was like, man, I'm not backing out. I'm gonna
Not,
go. So,
not going. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I literally just got back 7 o'clock.
Right.
I literally just got back here in Fort Lauderdale. So I was like, all right, well.
Did you drive or did you take that flight?
No, I drove. I now looking back, I wish I'd flown. I wish I took a flight. It's not a bad drive, but it's just like when I got because I had the rental car for a couple of days, right? And then once I tallied that up, and I was like, I probably should just flown because it's cheaper. It actually would come out cheaper if I just flown from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa and just a little puddle jump and been done with it. It'd have been cheaper, but I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, it's just a quick little drive. I'll do it. But once I looked at it, I'm like, dang, I spent more money doing this than it was by just taking a, cheap little flight. But
Yep,
it is what it is, man. Live and you learn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
oh man,
all right, we're at first part of the new year, man.
Yes, sir.
You were missing the last part of the new year.
I did.
Last part of the old year.
Last part of the old year,
yeah. Yeah, last part of the old year.
Last year.
Yeah, last year. You missed the last one. But and now Los is missing the first part of the first one. It's just you never get over what you're gonna get when you pop on this
program.
This program. Yeah. I actually I think we're gonna do some we're gonna have some guests on this year. I think we're gonna have some
We're
guests
gonna bring
this
back
year.
some guests.
We're gonna bring some guests on just to kick it in 2023. I think I want to do some guests this year for CTE and just have some fun. Yeah, just have some fun, man. Like just shooting this stuff. Let's just put it that way. But you got any New Year's resolutions? Anything going on that you thought about this year that you was like, you know what, this year I'm going to work on? Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be a resolution, but more so like, I think I'm working on this a little bit more, and I'm going to do this.
I'm finally doing the Spanish. I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing it. I'm 6 days in a row. I'm 6 days in.
What are you using? Duolingo or something?
Yeah, man. I'm starting off, man. I don't even care.
I do that. I've done that almost every year.
Yeah.
My March is over with, and honestly, I need to get back on it and start practicing because I had Rosetta Stone, I had Duolingo, I had I think another one too. I had another one that was using, man. I don't know, man. I want to do it again though. But yeah, so you're back on it. How's it going?
Yeah. It's going good so far, man. Like I said, 6 days in a row. So like,
the key is to find somebody to talk to, man. Honestly, I'm telling you, the key is just to find somebody to talk to and just be talking.
Mr. Smith and Ryan Blair from my karate school, they're both doing it. So I watched them listen to the little ding. I listened to the little things. I was like, wait, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
So have you spoken to them in Spanish?
No, I literally just saw them over the week last week, and then jumped on it the day that they were on it at the house and started just playing with it, and I've been on it every day since.
I'm telling you, man, that is the key. If you talk to them verbally in Spanish,
yeah.
And y'all just have like
I got kids at the karate school that I work with every day.
Yeah,
they look at me right now with some of my best Spanglish, and they be looking at me like.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you
I understand what you're trying to do, but nah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do that, it turns into like a little a bonding thing, and in that bonding thing, you start to actually it starts to work. Right. See, I never had that. Well, I shouldn't say that. During the pandemic, I did have that.
Oh.
Morgan was learning, and me and Morgan were going back and forth.
Okay.
With that, but it's just you got to try and figure out another. Okay, I'm about saying, why is my phone anyway? Yeah. Yeah. So no, yeah. If you find that, it'd be cool, man. But yeah. I
Fingers
start
crossed,
start
man.
talking.
Give it a go. Got some other stuff working for the school and life in general, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Mm-hmm.
What about you,
All right.
Vlad?
Let's get
What's
what
yours? You
resolutions.
got resolutions?
Not really.
Trust me, I don't really do
It's
that.
no. I mean, I mean, one thing I got to get back in shape. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna start to slip. These last couple months, I've been slipping. I need to get back in shape. Let me start making sure I work out daily like I used to. Get
Right.
back to it. That's just getting back on my routine. Um, the other was I have some goals for the Martial Arts Center Network.
Mm,
You guys will be seeing us in a couple weeks. We're going to be at going to be at some events and stuff like that over the next couple months.
mhm.
The launch of the site is coming real soon. Merchandise. I was working on something that I had to show, and I saw Jeff and Alex saw one of the t-shirts,
Mm.
and they were like, yeah, it's a couple stuff, man. Some people might look at it like funny. Look, man, it's just we're
Uh,
just we are. I think some people like the shirts, man. I think some people like them. The No, seriously, man. The shirts came in last week.
okay.
We yeah. The waiting on the transfers because we're gonna press them up this week. Me and Drew. So we can have everything situated and ready to go. But yeah, man. So it's just a lot happening, man. It's a lot going, man. With the launch of the site, it's a lot of things we're doing. We're trying to make this. We're gonna be selling promotions soon. We got three
Mm,
different packages that are gonna be up.
mm,
So
mm.
yeah, we're already in talks with a couple more tournaments to do their promotions. So we'll see. That's what we're trying to do. Um,
It is.
let's start with the big news of the week, man. Start with
What's
the
up?
big news of the week. The Lakers stepping down
What?
uh, from Waco, man.
Tommy.
When you from the to Tommy Waco, what'd you think when you saw it?
When I heard about it, yeah. Okay. I mean, um, there have been rumors about this coming for a little bit now. Not, I don't know how long, but like for a
It's
little
been a
while.
while. It's been a
Okay.
while. We haven't spoken. Well, I think we may have touched on. I don't know if we talked about it on air or not.
No.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
but yeah, it's been simmering, and people have been behind the scenes coming to ask me what I thought about certain people
Things.
and
Mm,
yeah, and certain things and who's can take over, and we've had these different conversations about it.
right.
Um, so yeah, what were your thoughts when it's? I guess technically, I guess it's official now, but
Yeah. Okay. I wonder where it's going now.
hmm,
That's kind of it, really. Who's going to kind of be the spearhead of what's going on? Obviously, who's going to be named as coaches? How things are going to be run? I know they've announced the Nationals are going to be in Tennessee on the 7th of May, 7th or 14th or whatever of May,
Tennessee.
Knoxville.
Why Tennessee? Why do you think
That's
Tennessee?
where that's where they do. That's where I believe where the Waco base is out of.
Mm,
The
okay,
full contact, so it'll be at the full contact event, and they'll also have the Tommy Sports.
okay,
They'll have forms and point, and kick light, and all that.
okay. Where in Tennessee do you know?
Mm. Let me see if I can pull it up.
The biggest thing I thought about is like, okay, we're going over 30 years of Waco, where Waco has been trying diligently to get a strong foothold in America, right? In tatami, in the sport karate realm, I guess.
Fair.
Um, because if you want to say it, I mean, let's be realistic. Waco was in America. It was probably more people going to NASCA events than Waco events over this 30-year span. it was more people going to NBL events than Waco. So to be the one of the larger organizations in the world, and then you don't have a foothold, really a strong foothold in America, it's something I know that they want. They they want to break into and
Well,
take
funny,
and get a very strong hold, like just like it happened in Europe.
regather a hold because Waco was partially founded by a Floridian when back in way back in the days.
And what day?
When it
What,
started,
like in the 70s?
when it started,
Right. But was it? But okay, let's go with
and then
that.
even and then in the heyday we had when Don was in control of it, we had the whole Paul Mitchell the move when was it they won Waco Pros, they won teams, they won world championships. Like we did.
Was that organization bigger than ASCOR and the NBL at any point?
No, no.
That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay. Fair.
I'm not saying that just at one event. I'm saying like that organization having a more of an influence around the
Right. I know.
country.
Fair. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm
I
more
do.
saying. And
I
that's
do.
what they because like if you go to any event over in Europe,
It's a
nine times out of
Waco
ten,
event,
it's
Waco World
Waco.
Cup,
Yeah,
or it's Waco
Waco
Association.
is the main thing. Like they govern everything. And they just have not been able to crack the code here in America for whatever reason. Um, honestly, I think there's the same reason why most people haven't been able to crack the code, I guess. It's relationships. To be quite honest with you, I think it's the relationships. I think if you're going to come into America, you're going to have solid relationships in the regions that you're throwing these events and getting the people to come to your events. And there's no other way around it. Whoever takes over from the Lakers is going to have to cultivate strong relationships throughout America to try and get a stronghold. If not, it's just going to be more of the same thing. You're going to have one event and you just want people to come to that one event. The influence won't be as dominant as I think they would like it to be. But there is one thing that's different now than it was before. That is the IOC and Waco's relationship. That is a selling point that they can come back with and say, "Hey, look, we're here." So it's going to be interesting, man. Well, did you find out what you were looking at?
No, I just know it's May 7th through 14th. It doesn't have a.
Okay, it's May 7th through the 14th.
Sorry, May 4th through 7th. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was saying, hey, it got a week long.
Nashville.
Okay.
Just,
I figured as much. I when you said Tennessee, first thing that popped in my head, I was like, it sounds. I don't know why Nashville popped in. I just thought it was probably be in Nashville, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like in Knoxville or somewhere like I didn't think it was gonna be in Memphis, but
nah.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be Memphis.
I'd probably put money that it would not be in Memphis.
Yeah, first thing I thought was Nashville. I was like, all right, maybe
Nashville,
maybe
where
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
So
it says on the Waco site.
Okay, so yeah, so there you go. So I'm interested in seeing who takes over and what they're going to do with it because they're going to have a plan. They're going to need a clear cut plan and of how they want to and what their goals are. Because like I think that's what they want to do, but maybe that's not their goal. Is not to establish a stronghold here in America. Maybe there's just to have one event in America. I don't know, but personally, I think they would much rather having a league, if you want to put it that way, more of a circuit. Let's put it that way. Yeah, more of a circuit, but we'll see. What are your thoughts on all of this? I spoke a lot about it.
No. I'm kind of in the same boat with you there, Trev. I think that there's an opportunity for this. I'm wondering how it's going to play out. Who's going to be the next in line? Who's going to be the spearhead? Is there going to be a separation between the two of them? Like you're going to have somebody in a director's position and then like a coach here and a coach here, or and a judging here, or what? I really don't know. I'm very interested in seeing how that all plays out. And like you said, it may just be one or two events, or maybe a whole thing. Only time will tell.
Well, it's going to be a few things that need to work out. That's going to be figured out because another thing that's going to happen is that, like I said, there have to be relationships, but some of the relationships that they're going to try and cultivate may already have relationships with other world organizations that are already there, like IASCA or WKC or WKU or whatever. That uh, I know that you're saying this WACO and IOC's behind us. So yeah, we can snakes. That might work. It just depends on who the person is and what they're trying to do. Like I'm just interested in seeing
Absolutely.
how they approach it. It's going to be an interesting thing. That's going to be probably we need to work out they're going to need to work and look at this year and how it progresses, um, and how it's going to affect NASCA. To be honest with you.
Mhm.
uh, because having that event, they're gonna have to try and schedule it where it's not going up against the U.S. Open or Battle of Atlanta or these other events that people are pulling in. Um,
Do they?
you said what now?
I said, do they?
Do they need to not do that?
Right. I don't know because
I would.
no, okay.
The reason why I would say that I would when you starting out, I would. It's like people are creatures of habits.
Correct.
Right? So I would not try and go up against a monster right away coming out there. I mean, you can show we're not afraid of you and we're going at you. I would try and stay away unless you're going against one of the uh events that may not be as strong, that doesn't get the same level of support.
Right.
But I would not go up against, US Open or the Battle or I wouldn't even go up against AKAs or diamonds, right?
Right.
Now the funny thing about the calendar is that they just added another event. I think that Texas Tough now or Texas Open is
So
now.
open. Right. Yeah.
I think it's Texas Open. So if you were trying to go up against one of the newer events like that, then it makes sense. But um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just look at it from the standpoint of people are creatures of habits. I would not go up against them right away.
Right.
Not on the same weekend. Now, if you're saying you're going to be a week before or a week after, maybe. And you need to get your butt out and promote. Like you just not just, hey, we got an event.
Right.
Everybody come out. You're gonna have to, like I said, you're gonna have to cultivate those relationships. It's gonna be interesting to see, but I don't. But until they figure out who the person is, who's gonna take over, or who's gonna be running the squad,
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Um,
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up.
yeah,
Honestly.
but I mean, I went, I've heard a couple different people, so it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see Chris is tight-lipped. People, when Chris gets tight-lipped, he knows some things that he can't say yet.
I don't know.
So we're gonna leave it at that.
Anything. I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's go on. The other thing that was happening last week was the winter camp. Down. It was a couple of different winter camps actually this year.
There were
last week.
3 that I know of.
Yeah, I know 2. Wait, yeah, no, it was 3. I think.
But what are the 2 you know of?
I think it was 3. It was the one that you guys were down in Florida.
Right.
What was the name of it?
It was a elite winter camp, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Elite winter camp. There was another one in the forms one. Which one was that?
The competitive edge had one.
Competitive edge. I was about to say. I was like, man, I don't think it was premieres. It was which one was it? Oh, okay. Competitive edge. It's competitive edge.
And I saw that there was another one, but I can't remember.
It's Revolution. Revolution had one up in Michigan.
Oh.
I know they had one.
Okay.
Now, if it was another one you're talking about, then maybe. But you were at the elite winter camp, man. How was it?
Man, it was
When I say
great.
that, when you went down there, was everybody still there, or was it like what was it? What was the
Nah,
vibe? What was going on when you got down there, Chris, on the
it was
scene?
it was kind of a dope vibe. When I got there, it was I got there on Wednesday. Like I said, I was down and out on Monday. Tuesday I was recouping and trying to make sure I was good to go. Then Wednesday I went out there and I brought my son with me. I brought Malachi
Did he
out.
tell you? Did he tell you not to coach him again?
Yeah, he kind of was like, "Go away, go away." I'm like, "But you're doing the drill wrong, fam. Like, I can't just let you be over here doing the drill wrong. Like, I gotta correct you, son." But yeah, when we got there, it was really cool. It was a good vibe. Like I said, I got there Wednesday, so conditioning, and then Zach taught first session, and then Bailey taught second session, and then did fight review. So picked out fights and reviewed. Ty led that for that day.
Okay, stop right there.
Film
Explain that.
film
Hmm.
study. So everybody at the facility, they have like a conference room. So everybody goes upstairs. They have the TV up, and they put on different matches and explain, hey, we were doing some of these things today. Watch when I do this in competition. This is how I break down my film study. I do it look like this. This is where I was on. This is where my angle worked, or this is where it didn't work because I got the spacing off and move through kind of a couple of different matches, analyzing and breaking them down, like kind of like what we would do on the show if we were breaking out a fight. But they did that to do that for the all the campers. So I thought
You
that
said
was
who was leading that?
Tyreek.
Okay.
And so then that was good. And then Damian Rodriguez finished up on Wednesday for that. And,
Okay.
that was good.
So did anybody do multiple days, or were they teaching? I should say, were they instructing multiple days, or were they each day that they
I think
did it?
everybody got their own section, and then there were a couple of fill-in sections where people couldn't make it. So somebody either filled in, or two or three people like bounced off each other and did drills, because that's what ended up happening on Thursday.
So I mean, like Ty did, like you said, Ty did the
Film study. But
film
he did a
study.
session.
Did he do a session
Yeah,
on
he
like
did
on
a
Tuesday
session.
or
I
something
think
like
Tuesday. I think he did maybe the closing session on Tuesday.
that? Okay.
Yeah, and then like John Cortola had a section, Abeda had a section, Devin had a section, Christian had a section. I think Christian did the first film review on Tuesday, and then Bailey did the last one on Thursday.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like it was a okay. Wait. So it sounds like it was a good winter camp. How many kids do you know, or people? I should say competitors or
I went up there.
trainers.
Yeah, there were kids. There were a bunch. Oh, geez, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. Because there were a bunch of people who were there on Monday and Tuesday that weren't there on Wednesday and Thursday. So throwing all of that together, like I don't know. I don't even know the numbers. I got text
Okay.
them.
No, I was just curious as the turnout, how it went. Like, cause you've gone to these different winter camps before.
Yeah.
And
It
I
felt
wanted
like the beginning vibes of what TCK winter camp was in the earlier days. Great instruction, good platform, good setup. People are not really sure, so some people came, some people didn't come. The people that came really got a lot out of it. So yeah, I thought it was good. Also on Wednesday night after the camp, they did rounds on Wednesday night, and then a lot more people came back out who weren't there earlier in the camp. So, and then a lot of the campers stayed and did rounds, and so them athletes were doing a lot of work.
did a lot of people come from out of town, or was it mostly the Floridians?
Mostly Floridians, Central and Southern Florida. There were some people that came from like the Rhodes, brought some people down. Joe Rhodes came down. They had a couple of people with them, and then I think there were a couple other people from out of town. I don't remember where everybody was from.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was shoot. Like I said, it was a pretty solid turnout. There were a lot of people there. Yeah, it's cool.
So basically, you got everybody sick. That was
I didn't get nobody. Not that I know of. Ain't nobody said nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, people. When if y'all went to that winter camp and y'all leaving, y'all back there, and you're like, you coughing. Yeah, that is Chris. That is Chris.
This man that threw me under all of the buses.
Hey, I just letting it be known, man. You know, you got people sick out here. Man, I actually took a COVID test to make sure I ain't have COVID, man. I do not have COVID. I tested negative. I'm saying, making sure I'm out here good, sir.
Good job, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, we got a lot of work in. It was fun. It was a good time.
Nice. Okay, good. That's good. Glad to hear it. I have no idea what happened at the other winter camps. But I'm sure that people are
competitive edge
preparing.
winter camp looked like it had like some of the who's was there for the forms and stuff.
Really?
The Rudolphs were there. Reed Presley was there. It looked like all the Presleys were there. And so who else would have been there? If it was competitive edge, I would have imagined Dawson made an appearance. Ben would have probably been there. They were on competitive edge with before. So, I mean, what?
Everybody you're naming is Paul Mitchell, which is hilarious to me.
Now,
but before they was competitive edge.
Before, like, fam, what you mean? I even said that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it's just funny just hearing it. It's like, yeah, this is like, okay. You just, yep.
Did you see? Speaking of your alma mater peoples, the black and the white people, they picked up fighters.
What are you talking about?
Paul Mitchell, they picked up fighters.
Oh, they picked up two people. Yeah, they picked up two young fighters. And actually, here's the thing. Yeah, because they announced after we recorded last week. I'm glad you brought that up.
Good. I did. I brought it up.
I am glad. I'm liking the direction that they're going.
Okay. Younger, cultivating, cropping, grooming.
Yeah, because like it's so many different teams and everybody's already on a team. I think, and they, last year they basically only had Alex Mancia who was fighting. And Alex is still young. Alex is what, 19, maybe 20. You know what? The doggone pandemic. I mean, I have no idea how old this kid is now. Because before the pandemic, because it doesn't seem like it's been like 3 years.
He's an adult now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's been 3 years. So he might be 21, 22 right now. So I don't know, honestly. I just thought about it. It's messed up my perception right now.
You are 100% not wrong.
Like, yo, wait, before in 29, yeah, he was. Yeah, I have no idea. So yeah, so.
You're not.
I don't know how to. I don't know. We're just going to use in his early. He's 20, maybe 19, 20, 21, somewhere around there. He's college age. All right.
18 plus.
Yeah, he's 18 plus. He's somewhere around there. So with that being said, I'm looking at the entire layout of just going younger. Like when you stop and look back. That's what they did. That's what they're doing with the competitive edge, moving them up to adults. They're changing their approach, and I think that's the smart way to go. And I've seen, honestly, that's probably the smart way for most teams to go. To be honest with you, is to grab some of the juniors and move them into the adults. I mean, it's. And then now you got somebody who is willing to listen, doesn't need a whole bunch of probably doesn't need a whole bunch of perks that, when you try and get the top level competitor to come from one team to the next team or pick them up. And it's just a smarter move. That way, now you're building a team environment, a team camaraderie. And to be honest with you, before all of this started, that's pretty much how people were getting picked up on teams when teams first started anyway. When the Budweiser team, most of the Budweiser fighters had competed and were winning regionally, but nationally they were not as known, besides being the regional good fighter or whatever the case may be. They were I take that back. Some had names, some didn't. Some were known.
Not everybody.
Yeah, not everybody was known as being the top fighter. But there was other people who were just as good. They were very good fighters or whatever the case may be. So when you start looking at it, like when you look at when Paul Mitchell started out, they were grabbing most of the people that were regional, the top fighters in their region, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's when you look at all these other ways, I think that's the way to go. We eventually people got to the point where you had to prove yourself to be on the team, and then it's like, well, yeah, all right, now I can pick somebody up. But picking up regional talent has always been a plus because that regional talent is hungry, and that regional talent is going to push like that. I'll never forget the difference in Brian Plimple when he got picked up on SES. Like seriously, like when Brian got picked up, we picked him up at Super Grands in '99, right before Super Grands in '99, and he fought with us. And I, I, Brian was probably 260, maybe
Mhm.
260 pounds. He was a big boy. He was 250, 260, somewhere around there at Super Grands. Literally, by the time we came back at the beginning of the next season, he was almost 200 pounds. He had dropped so much weight, and he was a lot faster. He was hungry. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna show this was a good pickup. Oh, I got something to prove that this was a good pickup, that I'm going to win." Blah blah blah. He was hungry. He was in shape, and he was out there killing. Even though Brian was known to be a really good fighter, but he was never considered to be the top heavyweight in the world at that time. That was Brian Ruth. You know what I mean? It wasn't even no close. It was Brian Ruth, right? And so, and then once we picked up Plimple, and it was Brian Ruth, it was Damon Gilbert, it was Carlos Tierney. Those are the names that everybody knew. Like these are the killers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, these are the tops of the heavyweight realm.
these the
And then,
heavyweights. Yeah.
right, Brian was the guy who's gonna give you a hard time. He might win the Division One every now and then, but he was regional. He was down in the South. He was fighting out of South Carolina. He would go to the battle. He might go to Kentucky, but he didn't have, that was pretty much it.
Right.
And then it was just turned, and then my uncle, being my uncle, talking to him and coaching him, turned into a doggone killer, right? Just destroying. So I think that's the way most of the teams now should probably be going forward. Is grabbing some of the younger fighters, the hungrier fighters, and the hungrier competitors, I should say, forms as well as fighting and
Correct.
going ahead.
Weapons and all that.
What do you think about this pickup?
The pickups. One, I mean, again, Sean, it's a good fight. It's a good pickup. I think he can shake it up in the lighter weights. I don't really remember what division he's in, which one. But thought that was a good one. And then I don't remember I got to look up the young man's name. John from Trevor School.
Yeah. Jack or John? I can't remember. Is Jack Muke? I think that's it.
Maybe.
I think it's Meuck or something like that. Yeah, Jake Muke.
Jake.
Yeah, Jake Muke from Ontario.
Yep.
Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, so yeah, I'm interested in seeing these young fighters. If they're anything like Alex, they're going to be. I think Damon's going to have them fired up, ready. Of course, he's going to be in their ears. Well, he ain't got to be in their ear. He's going to be behind them, yelling at them to get them focused and straightened out and ready to go. So yeah.
Match up with Alex, and then the other junior kid they picked up, Sebastian, right?
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Oh, okay.
What?
I said, oh, okay. I'm trying to remember Sebastian. Yeah, it was Sebastian Villanueva. I said, plus they're also the other junior that they picked up from Texas.
Oh.
Last year. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. He's on the squad.
You said junior. Yeah, you said junior.
He's a junior fighter. So is Jake. 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, they're going young, they're picking up, they're moving up. What do you want from me? What are you looking at me like that for?
Nothing. You said junior. You know me and juniors. I
should have known better. Right. You know what? I kind of want to get to that. You're right. I should have known better. That is my fault.
Like what? Okay, but yeah, no.
I would have thought you would have made an exception for your old team.
When they turn, well, yeah, because Jake is in the 16-17 now, but I haven't been watching the 16-17-year-old this year, this 2022. I didn't really watch it, and
Right.
I didn't really pay attention to it. It was an interesting year this year, last year. So, this year I'll probably try to pay attention to him a little bit more, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's a lot going on. A lot of things happening.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. Any predictions with these young men?
I don't know. I think we'll probably see Sean obviously at compete. We'll see how that goes.
You think they'll be on AK?
It's not typically a Paul Mitchell tournament, is it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like, because I don't know.
They might go, but yeah, I don't
pop up. Like, this is them being picked up. I mean, it usually get picked up before. So I'm saying they usually get picked up before diamonds. So but they're picking them up before there. So I don't know what they're going to do. I haven't spoken to anybody about what's going on. So I don't know. It's a possibility. I wouldn't. I would think they would probably show up.
Right? I would figure they would do it if they had 3.
Huh?
Yeah. If they get all 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would think so. But
it's different for them.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, but if you're saying that, so if one of the 2 people they picked up are juniors, that means they still only got 2 adult male fighters at this point, right?
Right.
Which means they wouldn't be able to team fight anyway unless they grabbed a 3rd person. So,
right.
So we'll see.
Jefferson came back. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. What was the other thing? Did we have another topic that we wanted to discuss, or talk about?
No, that was it. Those were the 2, and then you were going to talk about you potentially talk about some main stuff, but that was it.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, we've kind of hinted at some things that we're doing this year.
Right.
Like we said, the website's coming out soon. The merchandise that's going to be, I think people are going to like what we're putting out for, and people want to support. It's a possibility of an event that we're going to be doing this year. It's a possibility. We'll see. But we're going to be at more events this year. So, possible new shows, more Patreon content. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we're going to be working on, and we're going to be, trying to work with and covering more than just NASCAR, right? We're going to be looking at doing some WKF events, some WKC events, some WKU, possibly WKU events, maybe some WACO, maybe some international things. So yeah, we're gonna be covering a lot more events than just because I mean, after a while, it just gets boring. Just keep going to the same events, seeing the same things, and nothing changes. Yeah. Not if they. I mean, if it's not progressing, then what are we doing here?
Listen, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just chuckling at the commentary, baby.
May pop out in Missouri or something like that. I don't know. Might pop out in Texas, might pop out in Cali, might pop out in New York, might pop out in Seattle. Who knows, man?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico would be nice. London, London, UK might be nice to go over there. Might be nice to go to Italy, maybe.
Always nice to go to Italy.
Yeah. We might might pop up a couple places, man. So we'll see. This year is going all about growth and growing the channel and growing and making it larger and making it bigger and better. All right. Chris, you got anything else, man?
I mean, like, how you gonna close on anything other than that, man? Bigger and better, bro.
Yes, that's all we ever want to do with man and the sport. That's our main objective. Yeah,
see
you
what you
ain't ready for
did.
that. So it is what it is. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys next week. Look, man, AKA is coming up fast. I
Hey, it's
just
coming up real fast.
say, Jesus. All right, I got work to
Extra
do.
fast.
I got a lot of work to do.
We get on it.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do, man. That's what I'm glad I got help. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, man, because there's a lot of stuff left to.
Because you're in Florida, right?
Yeah, I'm in Florida, man. I'm Florida, man, for right now. But I got to come back to Atlanta to get ready to go back to get everything situated so we can do our broadcast for different events like Arctic Challenge that's coming up January 28th. People, make sure y'all, if you're in the Midwest and you want to get out there and get some, test your skills, go up to Michigan, up in Waterford, Michigan. It's going to be January 28th. The Arctic Challenge, and of course, you'll be seeing promotions from us very soon with that event.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing promotions promoting virtual fight tour.
Yes, sir.
Very soon. So you'll be seeing that coming out. So make sure you guys like, comment, share, and say, hey, this is doing a great job. And then I may have y'all spam some other people because they're on the fence that they want us to actually market with them. So we want you to help convince them to market with us. Yes, they will show you how we are going to do our marketing for a lot of our events. But yeah. Anything else, Chris?
Nah, my man, that's what I got today.
All right. 47 minutes. That's good enough, people. We will talk to you guys next week. We're going to, I think all three of us will probably be on next week. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe next week I just have Chris and Los do it and be like, yo, they take the week and let y'all do it and run through the show and talk about whatever the hell y'all want to talk about and just like do what y'all gonna do. Yeah, man. Just let y'all go ahead and maybe I can have Jack on. Anyway, all right. Maybe I can have Elijah on. Yeah.
We have to record earlier. I mean, we could do it, but we just have to record
we can do it on a Sunday or something, man.
Yeah,
matter of fact, why don't y'all send us who y'all would want?
Yeah, let us know who y'all would want us to have on our show.
On our show.
I know there's a lot of people that get to go on Inside Scoop or that go on Inside Scoop, but like, who would y'all want us to talk to?
Right, and what would y'all want us to ask them? Like, because we'll ask them anything. We'll ask them anything. Now, whether they're gonna answer it or not is a different question. But we'll ask any question y'all want us to ask these competitors. Like, they want them to come on the show.
So like, we can get some people on.
Yeah, we can definitely. People ask all the time about coming on the show. I just feel like,
man, I know. I'd be like,
for what?
I'd be like, you gotta talk to Trav.
Like, for what?
Trav be like,
like, I don't really want to talk to you. Like, why do I want to talk to you? You're not interesting. I don't know what you want me to say. But I mean, but no, if somebody that you guys want to hear the raw, uncut, filtered discussion.
Wait.
I mean, seriously, I don't have a problem asking people questions about just stuff that happened. Like, yo, what happened with this one? Yo, why did they kick you in your nuts? Like, why did they really do that to you? Like, I don't care. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, if you want me to ask a question, I'll ask the question.
Fair.
All right. Yep. And who it is, and tell us who you want us to have on the show.
I'm interested in what we get. Those responses for that one.
I'm gonna cut that up and put that out there. I'm like, yo, who y'all want us to have on the show?
Come on, tell us.
This year we're gonna have people on.
2023, we're gonna bring people back.
We're gonna bring people onto the show. So who y'all want us to interview, and what do you want us to ask them? And get down to we won't stop until we get to the truth. Damn it! All right, but until then, people, we will be out of here. We will talk to y'all later. See you guys next week. Peace, people.